tracks today.
Yeah. I need them bands, run it up fast, stuffing them shits in the safe. Got me a spot out the way, nigga just tryna be safe. Leaving the house with the glizzy, nigga.
Let's get to the first talk.
Jackson silenced all of his critics. Should they start working on his Canton bust?
Yeah, we're gonna bust that ain't gonna look like him. You already know they're gonna mess that up. I know who's sitting next to me, so I'm gonna quick in my first go around. If you watch this guy play, even in college, you realize that even when he won the Heisman Trophy, the year after, he looked better in the pocket despite not having the same success and accolade. So then you remove that and you get to the NFL level. And if you watched him carefully, this wasn't a guy who couldn't throw the football. This was a guy who wasn't comfortable throwing the football in his first year, as the game didn't slow down for him because he was thrown to the wolves halfway through the season. So I walked into this offseason saying it all offseason, along with Warren Sharp. This guy can play if the game slows down. Well, game one, evidence is in. The game has slowed down for him. So this is right on pace for what I expected for Lamar Jackson. No Hall of Fame candidacy yet, but the guy's going to be good.
Well, you keep playing like that, he'll definitely be on his way. But, I mean, like you said, year one and year two is totally different as far as feel. And obviously, he's been working on his passing game, his accuracy throughout this offseason. And in talking to him and people around him, I know that's what he's been doing. But what was so cool about yesterday was the fact that their system, it wasn't a spread system. You know, it wasn't, identical to what we see, on a normal basis around the NFL. It was their system. It's not, wide open, but it's suited for Lamar. And it was very accurate and efficient. And the thing is, it's going to be very
He had a good season opener. Putting the ball rate where the wide receiver needed to go. He proven he could throw the football. You can't take nothing from him. And they got him a number one wide receiver in Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown had a good opener. Touchdowns. I think 128 yards. If I'm not mistaken. It's like he's showing them, I am the Baltimore franchise quarterback. I can throw the football. He held that team, put up 41 points in the second quarter. Because he was out there throwing the football well. Like, you can't get mad at him if he wanted to throw in it all last season. He came in the middle of the year. Ain't nobody had no film on it, so he just did what he wanted. And the football, the NFL was going so fast for him. He had to get used to it. He had to see would it slow down for him. Like, once you get throwing the fire, it's different. Now he got a whole full year. And look what he did in the opener. Put up 41 points in the second quarter. Because the deep passes he was throwing with good accuracy.
difficult to stop. They'll take this. He'll learn from this. He'll get more out of this than what he got even yesterday. So the thing for him is to keep building on this. His coaching staff obviously put a great game plan together to make him efficient, to make him look like he did yesterday. You know, I don't know where this goes for Lamar, and I don't think he has to continue to fight that fight if he's a passer, if he's just a runner. Play your game, have fun, man. That's what you do. You don't have to worry about silencing the critics. Play your game, man. Be yourself, and that's what he did yesterday. That's why he was so successful.
I loved it because this is exactly what Baltimore talked about doing. Like, if you listen to Baltimore in the offseason, John Harbaugh had talked about revolutionizing football, meaning taking some things that people do in college and really building an offensive system that is for the new school playmaker at quarterback. All those guys that we see on Friday nights and Saturdays, they're more like Lamar than the other guys. What the Baltimore Ravens are doing is, hey, rather than showing like so many teams doing, no, we want all of those guys.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at this offense, if you go back and look at how Lamar played at Louisville, I think people forget that he played for Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
He played for a guy who is respected as a quarterback guy, a guy who has pelts on the wall and the like. I saw them run a lot of the stuff that he ran in Louisville. I will still say
His biggest issue is when he has to throw the ball outside the numbers.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson is at his best when it's inside the numbers, in breaking routes, isolation routes, and pushing it down the field. If you allow him to do what he's always done successfully at Louisville, he is going to be successful.
All right, I'm gonna be the wet blanket. No surprise.
Always.
They should shoot a deodorant commercial off that game last night. Because I've never seen a quarterback that dry in Miami. This dude,
He wasn't sweating.
no. That offensive line had a force field around him, and it's like, I'm the first person in this discussion to mention the Miami Dolphins. That was worse than an expansion team he faced last night or yesterday. That was a Dolphins team that was hot garbage, couldn't get close to the quarterback. This dude was sitting so dry in the pocket. If he hadn't done these things, we would be shocked. RG3 came in at the end of the game, 5 for 5 and a touchdown. Nobody the Dolphins tried to defend had any problems yesterday. I don't want to rain on Lamar Jackson because what he did yesterday is promising. It will help his confidence. Anytime you put up those kind of numbers and have that kind of success in the NFL, it should help you grow and evolve and give you that confidence. And just him feeling like I can do this is going to help him moving forward. But I want to see it against someone beyond this Miami Dolphins.
You can't take nothing from him. The coaching staff are easing him in. This is second year now. They just doing the plays that fit him. He could do this all year because they found the plays that fit him. Once they found what fit him, look at what it was for him. He was getting the football to the wide receivers because you gotta find a system that fits your starter quarterback. And you could tell from last year that he willing to throw the pass. He willing to learn. And the coach is willing to find something that fit around him so he could be successful and the team could be successful.
Dolphins team that might be one of the worst rosters we've ever seen in the NFL.
Look, I don't want to sound cliche, but obviously you can only beat the opponent in front of you and you're facing, right? But what I love about even beating Miami for Lamar Jackson is what it did for him between the ears. You got to remember the confidence building that is going on in Baltimore with him. And this goes back to last year in terms of his mental makeup. And if you think about it, this guy was drafted to a team that had Joe Flacco. Y'all can laugh at Joe Flacco all you want, but he did win a Super Bowl for his team. You can laugh at Joe Flacco all you want. He was the money man on that squad, and that comes with great equity and power. And you're in the quarterback room with this guy, it is a very uncomfortable situation when you already have your critics and doubters saying you can't even play the position in the first place. So mentally, that weight is taken off him. And then he walks into week one. And then everybody who's ever played in the league knows week one, for a new starter or a guy who has a lot to prove is a lot. And we saw it go two different ways yesterday. Baker Mayfield, 3 interceptions on a big week one after all that talk this offseason. Then we saw Dak Prescott go the other way with Lamar Jackson. My point is, let's not undermine or understate how mentally strong that guy is to take all of that and ball out.
No, I think it was a tremendous effort by him, and you certainly want to build on it. And look, we can talk about the Miami Dolphins and their team, but when I look, they got NFL on their jersey. They're NFL players, and he lit them up. And I don't know the line.
He was dry.
I don't think the line was 40 plus going into the game.
Listen, that looked like 7-on-7 out there.
It don't matter who you play. They get paid just like they get paid. They were just a better team than them. They had more talent on the field than Miami. It don't matter who you play. That's who on your schedule for week one. You gotta go out there and put up them points. What you gonna go out there and lollygag and then they gonna take advantage and beat you? It don't matter. They all in the field. That's who you play. That's who in front of you. It don't matter who you play. You make millions of dollars like they do, and you got NFL on your jersey. It don't matter who you play. You gotta go out there and beat them still.
It did.
You know why he was so dry? because the Miami Dolphins didn't know what to expect. All offseason, you heard John Harbaugh saying, Lamar's going to be run heavy. He's going to revolutionize the game or the position. They didn't know what to expect. So this may be, above average defense, but, they was thinking more run heavy. Lamar passed him out of the stadium.
That's a point I hadn't thought of, Mike.
It all remains to be said. I'm with you, Jay. I cannot wait to see week 2, what happens next week, week 3, watch this whole progression and how this offense look as we move forward.
Mike, I'm going to tell you why that's a great point, because, again, they did sell all off season like, you've never seen what we're going to do before.
Yeah.
And so I can imagine Brian Flores, first-year head coach, new staff.
Stop the run.
Hey, what we going? And Lamar runs it 3 times. That's it. I'm sure they came in with a game plan of like, how we going to shut Lamar down in the rushing game? How we going to they just going to jam it down our throats. They got Mark Ingram. And then they came out and did this, and they caught them with their pants down.
Yeah.
Hats off to
all
them.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more